Hey guys, so I thought I would do a Chanel handbag collection video. I thought this would be fun. So many of you asked me to do this every time I've shown like a new bag that I've purchased. Many of you have asked me to do like a cumulative sort of collection video. So that's what we're doing today. And the timing is actually really good for me too, because I'm thinking about purchasing the jumbo classic flap bag. I've been toying around with the idea of getting a medium or jumbo. I think the extra large is too big for me, but the medium, I don't know, isn't really for me. So I'm really thinking about getting the jumbo, and well, that's for another video. But if I do end up getting that, of course, I'll do a video on that particular bag. But I was going through my collection thinking, is the jumbo like a good addition to my collection? So while I had all of these bags out, I thought, why don't I go ahead and just do a video? So I am gonna talk about them in really no particular order. I also just want to warn you, I'm not like a Chanel handbag or like a luxury handbag connoisseur. I don't know like the years that they came out. I don't know like the differences in materials that they use between years. Like I'm not that much of, a connoisseur when it comes to these handbags. I just like to go in, and if I see one I like, I pick it up, or if I see one on Instagram or on YouTube that I like, I'll ask my sales associate at Chanel, like, is this still available? Is this current season? I don't even know. So anyway, pardon my ignorance. And when I talk about these handbags, I'm just gonna talk about what it is that I like about them. I'm gonna take a guess as to when I got them, because again, I'm not good with like the year and the season and all of that kind of stuff. Like I said, I get the handbag that I like when I see it. So I will start, however, with my very first Chanel handbag. That is this navy blue patent handbag. And at this point, I wasn't even really into like Chanel as much as I am now. I just needed a navy colored bag. I was going to like a Whitney museum. I think it was like a fundraiser or something. Anyway, I had this dress, it had navy blue in there. I purchased navy blue patent Dorsey pumps from Nola Blahnik, and I was like, oh my God, I would really love something kind of matching, like a navy patent bag. And you wouldn't believe how hard that was to find, like a patent navy leather bag. It was really, really difficult, but I came across this one and I was like, why not? It was my first, like I said, my first Chanel bag. I don't know what model this is or whatever, but it has the palladium hardware, and it is like a flap, a double flap bag. And then it opens like accordion style. Let me see if there's any information. Oh, well, there's a Band-Aid in here. Let me see if there's any information, a card. This is really old. I purchased this at Bergdorf, at the Chanel boutique there. And, oh, look, I don't know if this will give you any information. So this was the Bergdorf sales tag. I left it in here. And then, oh wow, I don't even think I ever opened this up. How cute. Oh, neat. Look at this whole thing. Oh, that's adorable. Wow, okay. So that was inside. Anyway, I used this bag for that one occasion, and then I didn't really use it again for a long time. This was definitely during a period where, Chanel was definitely carried by, we'll say, the more mature, sophisticated, elegant woman. And I was very young when I purchased this. I was, I think in my late 20s, maybe my early 30s. Maybe I was like 30 when I purchased this. And so I sort of, at that point, always associated Chanel with like an older woman, and I thought it was a little bit fuddy-duddy, but I really liked this particular handbag for some reason. Not only did it fit my needs at that point, but I really liked the shape. It was very cute. I had a lot of big handbags. Being in New York City, it was like, you carry your life with you everywhere. So I always had a big handbag with me. So it was kind of nice to have a small bag. And I probably used it a handful of times. I don't know, the 10 years after that. And it's a bag that I've actually like resurrected and started using a little bit more, just because I love Chanel so much more now. And I'm getting used to smaller handbags. They're actually very, very handy now that I'm here in Vegas. So anyway, I'm glad I never sold this bag or gave it away or anything like that. I'm not someone that sells their handbags very often. So anyway, this is my first Chanel bag. So I may as well talk about the second bag that I got. And this is a little white tote. I can't remember what they call these. It's like okay, it's really, really windy outside, so I apologize if you can hear the wind it's just gusting outside. Anyway, I think this is like, I don't know, the grand shopping tote or something like that. But aside from its name, I have talked about this bag in like my handbag collection tag video. And I was tagged by Kat here on YouTube. And I think I talked about this. I can't remember if this was like a regret or my least used bag. It's one or the other. I don't think this was a regret. I think this was least used because, and I learned a very important lesson in my handbag journey when I purchased this bag. I purchased this bag merely because I didn't have a small white handbag in my collection. And I saw this bag and I thought, oh, I don't have a small white handbag in my collection. Why don't I pick this up? So I got this and quickly realized the reason why I did not have a small white handbag in my collection is because I would never use a small white handbag. At least not one from Chanel that looked like this. So, you know, I use it a couple of times. I kind of reserve it for the summertime, but it's a really goofy size. It's not small and it's not big. So it's not really like a handy tote where you can throw papers, your iPad, a water bottle. Like, it's not that big, but it's also not small enough to be kind of like a little evening bag. So here it is in comparison to this bag. So you can see it's bigger, obviously, but it's not really big. And so it's just a really, I don't know, it's just a really goofy kind of size. And so I never really use this bag. And whenever I do, it's like I'm forcing myself to use it. So that is the second Chanel bag that I purchased. And after I purchased those two bags, and they were fairly close, I think, in my timeline here, probably, yeah, like my early 30s or my late 20s. I didn't buy any bags, any Chanel bags, until I purchased the 19 bags. So there was a really long gap between this bag, probably because this was such a, I guess, a fail. Probably because that was such a fail. And then, yeah, I just kind of lost interest in Chanel until I moved here to Vegas and it was rekindled. So speaking of the 19 bag, I may as well talk about it now. If you guys caught that vlog from last year, I think in November I put it up, I actually had a bag stolen, a Chanel bag stolen out of my car. It was a denim, like jumbo flap. And I would say, until that was stolen, I would say that was my most used Chanel bag. It was light, it was such a great size, which is why I'm thinking about getting a jumbo flap. And because it was denim, I didn't feel like I had to be really careful with it. I could be, you know, casual with it. I could kind of like just throw it into my car and not worry about it so much. But since that one was stolen, I would say this is probably my most used Chanel bag because of its size. As much as I don't carry a lot with me here in Vegas as I did in New York, I still like a big bag. I still like being able to fit my sunglasses, my wallet, my keys, receipts, like spare stuff, a lip gloss, a lipstick, face masks, floss. Like I always carry a bunch of stuff in my bags. And when I have to edit it down, I feel like I'm always forgetting something. So this one has definitely been with me a lot. I've traveled with this bag and I purchased this when it first came out. Like I said, I didn't buy a Chanel bag before this one for a really long time, but I was on their emailer list and I got, you know, the emailer about this, like, oh, the new like 19 bag. This was the last bag that Karl Lagerfeld had a hand in designing. And as soon as I saw it in the emailer, I called up my friend here in Vegas and I was like, do you want to go to Chanel? There's a bag I want. And I remember that they were already sold out and I was like, wow, like I just got the emailer, but they were getting another shipment in and I got it maybe, I don't know, a month or two at most later. So this is part of like their first go around of the 19 bag. And I love it. I believe this is made out of goat skin. You guys can probably correct me down below in the comment section. So their first go around with this bag, they used goat skin and then they changed it, I think, to lamb skin after. I'm not sure. That's what I heard. I think actually someone at the Chanel in New York mentioned that to me. So I do have the large size And I just love like how puffy it looks. I love that it can be dressed up or dressed down. It has an outside pocket, which I have a receipt in there. Oh, wow. I have a Metro card probably from the last time I was in New York. I love that it has a short handle. It also has a long strap. And while the strap is a little bit short to wear crossbody, I still do it, especially if I don't have like a coat on, if I don't have anything too bulky. It's fine. It like lays like right underneath my boob along my waist, and it's great. So I do like having these two options. And on the inside, the lining is cloth. So it's not too heavy. I have some Chanel bags where the lining is leather, which makes it more expensive, but it also makes it a lot heavier. And so that's not always my preference. And then I'm always scared that I'm gonna scratch up the leather, all of that. So this is the third Chanel handbag that I purchased, and I would say my most used. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this one right in front of the 19. This is a 255 reissue bag, and it is in a hot pink tweed. You'll notice that the only color outside of like a neutral color handbag that I have for Chanel is hot pink. I don't know why. I don't wear a lot of hot pink, but I do wear a lot of neutrals. So if I do stray out of my comfort zone in terms of colors, it is usually with shoes and with handbags. So every once in a while, I'll feel like I have an all black outfit on, and I'll want to punch it up with some color. So I'll use a handbag like this one, or I'll carry that tote. I actually like carrying, well, I'll get to that, but I like carrying that tote with my bright red dress that I have. I've worn it a few times in my videos, and it's just fun. It's just fun. It looks like very color blocky. You know, I have that all red on, and then that hot pink, and then I'll wear like white shoes or something. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, so this is like a pink tweed, and I love this chain, this bijou chain. It lays flat. It's really smooth. It looks like jewelry. It's really, really pretty. And I like how the gold on this bag is like a brushed gold. So it's not too shiny. It's not too gaudy. I think with the hot pink, it would have been too like in your face. And this is such a great size bag because it fits my phone, which I don't have with me right here, but it fits my phone, keys, and like a thin pair of sunglasses. It fits that like really, really perfectly. Obviously like a lip gloss, a lipstick can fit in there as well. My floss can fit in here. So this has been like one of my favorite purchases. And if you kind of pull the chain through like this, it's like the perfect crossbody length. You can see it's like so much longer than the 19. So it hangs like right above my hip. Really, really nice chain length. So this I got, I don't remember. I think this was like last cruise, maybe cruise 21, maybe, I think is when I purchased this. And this one has, let me just check. I think this has a leather lining. Yeah, this one has a leather lining, which I think is needed since the exterior is a cloth. You need it for like some extra structure. So because the whole bag isn't in leather, the leather interior doesn't weigh it down or make it too heavy. So that is my tweed 255 reissue. Okay, next up, oops, let me talk about my trendy over here. So this is a bag. Actually, I should talk about it with my other trendy. So I have two trendies, and this was a bag that was not on my radar. This was totally a YouTube or Instagram made me buy it. I want to say about 2 years ago, all of a sudden I started seeing everyone carrying this bag, but in black. And it looked so, you know, because of the top handle or whatever, I thought it looked a little grandma, I'll admit it. I thought it looked a little grandma. I thought it looked a little bit old-fashioned, but you know, when you start to see something over and over and over again, and then, you know, some of the girls on Instagram look so beautiful, like they can put on anything and make it look amazing and trendy and modern. I started seeing this and like thinking, I really want a trendy. I really want a trendy. And of course, at that point, they were all sold out. This is not, I mean, this is one of their classic silhouettes, but it's not part of their line like every season. And so they were sold out of it for a really long time. So I wanted the small with the smaller quilting. And you know, I thought this one was more practical. I like that it was black. My only issue though was that because these are in lambskin, they scratch so easily. So when I purchased this, I actually did a video using a product that I purchased. I can't even remember the name anymore, but it helps to remove scratches, and it was like a miracle. It's like this lotion and you rub it in and like the scratches went away. Well, obviously I've used this bag since then. There's scratches again. So it's just a really delicate material, this lambskin, this smooth lambskin versus the caviar leather that they have. Oh yeah, this one isn't caviar, which I'll show you in a bit. And I vowed that I would never get another smooth lambskin bag from Chanel just because it takes so long to break it in, to give it that old weathered patina look, that in the meantime, it just looks like it's totally scratched up. Like I have a scratch there. I have like a scratch here. Anyway, I ended up getting this bag because it actually was just a more practical size. You could see that I could fit my wallet, my phone, sunglasses, readers, all the stuff that I need really easily. And while this stretches out, it doesn't stretch out that much. This is one of those bags that has a leather interior, so it's just a little bit stiffer. It's also a lot like heavier, it's a lot weightier. And the Trendy is one of the pricier bags because of this leather interior. But I just really, I just really like this, and I did carry this around, quite a bit. And this longer strap, for this medium size, you can wear a crossbody, but it's a little bit awkward because this bag is on the stiffer side and this size is like a little bit bigger. So I never really carried this one crossbody. I always carry this with the top handle. But it's just a really kind of elegant bag. It's really grown on me. Like I said, I used to think it was really kind of just grandma-ish, but it's really grown on me, and it is a very kind of like professional bag. I feel like if I ever had to go on a job interview, this is the bag I would probably carry. So this is the first Trendy I got. And then my sales associate said, I know you wanted a small one. We don't have one in black, but we have one in this nude color. And I thought, well, I like nude. I like nude. So I grabbed this while she had it. And this one is definitely, I think, a cuter, more casual size than this one, which looks a little bit more briefcasey. This one is a little bit more casual. Like I feel like I can bring this out to dinner. I can bring this out shopping. It doesn't look too professional. And maybe the color helps too. Maybe the nude kind of keeps it a little bit more like toned down. And the same thing with this, it has like the leather interior, and again, it kind of opens up, but not really. So there's 3 compartments, and this one is lambskin too. And I was just, I'm hemming and hawing with my sales associate. She said they don't really make this bag in caviar or anything. It always is in lambskin. And so I thought, well, if I like this shape, if I like this bag, I may as well just get it. So I'm really happy that I ended up picking up this bag because I do love the color a lot, and I do like this size. This one is definitely more practical if I'm gonna be carrying more stuff with me, but if I'm just going out for the day, maybe shopping with my friends, this is a really good one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to mention. Oh, and this one I will wear a crossbody because it's just not that big of a bag. So when it's like sitting next to you and, and you're walking and the bag is bouncing, it's not as like huge as the medium one. This one kind of sits a little bit more nicely. But when it comes to the Trendies, I definitely prefer holding them with the top handle. So here's the small Trendy and here's the medium. And then here is the bag that I just most recently purchased. So this is from Cruise 22, and this just has the most adorable tweed pattern on here. I just love this bag so much. I love the whip stitching, I love the tweed, I love the hardware. It is like a champagne gold, it's like the lighter gold, and it can be worn crossbody. It has like one leather shoulder area on one side of the bag, and then the other it has this little charm. It's just a really sweet, cute little bag. There are, I would say, 2 downsides to this bag. One, it's white. So it is very nerve-wracking. Every time I carry it out, I'm like, be careful, like don't get the white dirty. But I get really nervous carrying a white bag around. And I wear so much black, I feel like am I staining it? I'm always kind of checking the back because I do wear it crossbody. So far, so good. So far, it's been okay. The other downside is that it's very small. This is one of those bags that looks like it carries more than it does. I want to say most of my Chanel bags, they look like they carry less than they do. Like you can really kind of stuff a lot of these bags. This one you can't. So I have, oh look, you can see. I have my keys in there, I have some cards, and that is pretty much it. I can't even squeeze my phone in here after I put my keys in here. I could maybe lay something on top, like my readers or something, lip gloss, lipstick, or something like that, but that is it. And this has a fabric interior, but it has like a leather trim around the top, and so it makes it like really stiff, and I can't really open it. It's just a really stiff bag. So I haven't wanted to force it or anything. So I've just put my keys in there. I'll hold my phone and that's it. So I love the look of this bag, but I wish they had this. I don't know if they did come out with this in like a medium flap size. I would have definitely picked that up versus this one. But this is the only one that I saw. And I actually had to pre-order this. My sales associate sent me pictures of this collection before it came in, and so I put my name on reserve for this one just because that whip stitching I thought was so special, and this tweed I thought was so much fun. So that is my latest Chanel bag purchase. And then we've got some of my Deauville totes. So I purchased this one first before I got that one, and I purchased this while I was in New York. So I got this at the Saks, the Chanel like boutique and store at Saks. And you know, being in New York, I just end up all of a sudden, I'm like so practical when it comes to my bags. And I was like, I want a tote and I don't want it cloth because I just felt like that was gonna get dirty or catch on things. It wouldn't hold its structure. So I ended up getting this leather one. And now that I'm back in Vegas, I kind of wish I got a black one, but in like the cloth, because this is very, very structured. And while this is a very roomy tote, it gets very heavy very quickly. And I think again, because it's all leather. And this is a roomy tote. It is like cloth lined. What is this? Suede lined. And there's like a zipper on the inside. There's actually this strap where you can hang like keys off of. And as much as I like this leather, and it is very, very sturdy, it's like very, very sturdy. So it's not like a super casual tote you can just like throw stuff in and like shove stuff in. I actually have to like put things in here like in a specific way so that they line up. Like if I ever carry my laptop, I have to put that in the middle, and then I have to put stuff on either side. You know, it's like, it's one of those totes where you have to like really kind of place everything because it is so stiff. It's really, really stiff. And that's good and bad. So that is the first Deauville tote I purchased. And my second Deauville tote is this hot pink one. I don't know what my deal is with Chanel and hot pink bags, but I'm apparently very attracted to them. But this one just, it's almost like a reaction to this bag. So when I got that Deauville tote, I loved it. I still love it. It's a really great practical tote. But there's something about the Deauville tote, maybe it's because of like this the giant branding on the front that keeps it kind of casual looking, because it's so, I don't know, like I feel like that branding on the front makes it almost comedic looking. And so I thought, you know, this bag actually has more of a sense of humor than I gave it with this one. And so I felt like this one was so much more perfect. It's hot pink, it has hot fluorescent orange lettering, it has hot fluorescent orange interior, and it's like a big size, like it's so obnoxious. It's really, really large. This is the large size, and that one is the medium. And they actually have an extra large size, which I can't even imagine. But I just really love this bag because it's so bold. And I think that's why I love wearing it with like my primary red dress, because it's just such a bold look. But you know, when I'm wearing all black, which is usually the case, it's really nice to have like a little splash of color, like with that bag as well. And yeah, I just really, really love this bag. And I'm so glad that I picked up this bag in this like colorway in this situation, because it really is just a fun kind of silly bag. And this is, you know, perfect for going out. It's perfect for the beach. It's perfect for just hanging around town. It's really awesome, and it's light because it is all like fabric. This is kind of like a fun neoprene, and it's like this woven hot pink and fluorescent orange. So it just glows. It's just really a lot of fun. So I love this bag, I really do. And as much as I love this one, I feel like the Deauville tote was like meant to be more like this, you know, meant to be a little bit more fun and casual. And then last but not least, I've got my Coco top handle. I think that's the name of this, Coco top handle bag. And this bag, I love so much. And I think I love it so much because it has like far exceeded my expectations. When my sales associate pulled this down, she thought, you know, maybe I would like it. I was like, I don't know. I kind of felt the same way about this bag as I did the trendy. It's a top handle. I thought it looked a little old-fashioned. I thought it looked a little grandma, but there's something about putting it on that completely changed my mind. So this strap, I put it on crossbody. It's pretty much like the length of the 19, so it's a little bit short for a typical crossbody for me. I'm 5'5", by the way. And so like if I could, I would add maybe a couple inches just to lower it a little bit. There's just something like so comfortable about this bag. It's not that heavy, like the size is perfect. It fits exactly what I need. And it's got two pockets on the inside, and then there's like a zipper pocket. I don't know if you can see a zipper pocket kind of separating the two. So it's just really handy. It's just a really handy bag. And I don't know if it's because it has the black hardware that makes it a little bit, I don't know, more mysterious or a little bit more casual and a little bit more modern. Although I feel like this silhouette keeps it looking very elegant. I feel comfortable wearing this during the day, evening, dinner out, just shopping. It's like a fairly inconspicuous bag too because of the black hardware, so I don't feel like it's that flashy. I love this bag. This is a very close second to my 19 in terms of usage, and I really need to stick to the caviar leather because, like I said, I've worn this a lot and it doesn't look like it's been used at all. The caviar leather is so sturdy. It's got this outside patch pocket. I really love this bag. I wish I could pinpoint exactly what it was about this bag. I think it's just the combination of everything. I think it's the black hardware. I think it's the weight of it. I think it's the size. Like, it's not too big, it's not too small. And despite it having like those sections in here, it just isn't as stiff as the trendy, probably because this has fabric lining instead of leather lining, but it's also like this leather on the outside. Like, it just is more flexible, and it's just a really easy bag to use. So that is my Coco top handle. And I wasn't going to mention this because this is a WOC, it's a wallet on chain, but I have the boy style wallet on chain, but I thought I would mention it because I definitely use this like a handbag. This actually holds more comfortably than this cruise tweed bag that I have. Even though this one is taller, this one's like a little bit wider, but there's something about it being like wider and the fact that it expands more easily than that one that makes this so much more versatile. See how it just like opens right up? So I can put my phone in here, I can put my keys in here, I line up my cards back here. Here's like the wallet-like part. There's a zipper pocket here. I slip like receipts in here. There's a zipper pocket here. This one, for some reason, I don't know what it is, it just holds a lot more than that one does. And I think it's just the stiffness. And it's not a matter of, you know, this one being a little bit older. There's just something about the way that one is constructed. It's just really stiff, and you really just can't fit that much in there. This one, actually, I purchased this one actually right before this Cruise 22 bag. So this one isn't even that much older, but yeah, it just fits things. And this is probably one of the best, like most practical purchases from Chanel that I made. This is like the best running errands kind of bag, and that's really all I do. Just run errands all day. So yeah, this is awesome. And I was really surprised. You know, again, my essay brought this out. She was like, I think you would like this. And I'm like, oh, those WOCs, I'm like, they don't fit anything. And she's like, this one, she's like, give it a shot. And so I started to like shove all my stuff in here and I was like, oh wow. I think I didn't realize how easily this guy expanded because it does come pretty flat like this. And once it expands, oh yeah, you can totally like just fit your phone in there and everything else. So that is my Chanel handbag collection. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.